Finally figured out how to learn so fast it feels like cheating. In this video, I'll show you how not to waste your entire weekend on mind-numbing cramming while learning 5 times faster. Don't whine or make excuses. I did it, so you can too. But that means you can't be a jerk. You have to follow everything I say. We're going to build a pyramid of tips, starting with the simplest changes at the top and moving down to deeper methods. Apply them layer by layer to ramp up your learning speed. Forget the sugar. Let's start with the basics. If you load up on chocolate and cookies before an exam, congratulations. You just spiked your blood sugar and hurt your exam performance. A review of 77 studies found a strong link between excessive sugar intake and poorer cognitive function. Researchers noted the potentially harmful effect of long-term sugar excess on cognitive function. Backing this up, a Mayo Clinic study found a diet high in sugar significantly raises your risk of cognitive impairment. People who ate the most sugar were 1.5 times more likely to experience cognitive decline compared to those who ate the least. You don't want to be a burden to yourself, right? So change your habits. Swap mountains of sweets for nuts, berries, and fish. They genuinely help your brain stay sharp instead of dragging it into a sugar coma. Pick the right music. No, not your favorite rap or techno. Slow instrumental tunes, classical ambient, lo-fi, help you focus and reduce stress. Music with lyrics, on the other hand, breaks your concentration. So if you want to stay sharp, choose a background track that helps instead of distracts. In my videos, I use ambient music so you can follow me better. Shift your mindset to positivity. If you sit down to study thinking, this is insanely boring and will take forever, don't be surprised when it actually does feel that way. Your brain's happy to fulfill your gloomy prophecy. But if you convince yourself it'll be quick and easy, you'll learn faster. The Pygmalion effect, detailed in Robert Rosenthal's research, shows that teachers' expectations heavily influence students' performance. When teachers believe in their students, those students do better. You don't need anyone else to believe in you, believe in yourself. Current research also links positive thinking with greater engagement and better results. If you start enjoying the learning process, you'll pick things up more quickly. So stop whining that it's too hard and exhausting. For a couple of days, try telling yourself, I'll get through this in half an hour. No problem. Sounds silly? Just try it. It's like switching your phone into a different mode or turning on Wi-Fi. Looking for a real study hack? Begin by checking typical questions, the answers at the end of a chapter, or knowledge check sections. Exams often repeat the same types of tasks. Figure these out immediately, see what answers are deemed correct, and you'll quickly grasp the exam's structure and the instructor's expectations. This is a lot more efficient than blindly reading entire chapters. And don't you dare complain about being pressed for time. You're saving hours by skipping useless pages. Use a timer. You have 1 day left before your exam. Congrats. You're now likely to get distracted and drag out your study forever. This is called the Zeigarnik effect. Your brain clings to unfinished tasks, and without firm boundaries, you'll procrastinate and find anything else to do instead of studying. The solution? The Pomodoro Technique. Break your study into 25-minute intervals with 5-minute breaks. After 4 such cycles, take a longer break, 15-30 minutes. It's not just a timer. It's a structured method that helps you stay focused and avoid burnout. Studies show that short, focused work sessions with small breaks improve both memory and productivity. But don't be a heroic loser who picks an impossible interval, like, I'll learn everything in 5 minutes. Pomodoro only works with balance. 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. Try saying, okay, I'll do 4 Pomodoros for this section and watch how much less you get distracted. Stop studying one subject for hours. If you stare at the same topic for hours, thinking you'll master it, congrats, you're just backing yourself into a corner. Cognitive research shows that interleaving different subjects produces better results than hammering one topic repeatedly. It's more effective to spend 30 minutes each on 3 different topics than 3 hours on one. That way, your brain picks up on connections and cements the knowledge. Attack your weak spots. We all love reviewing stuff we already know. Flipping through familiar chapters feels good for your ego. Wow, I actually remember this. But that's a complete waste of time. Home in on what you don't understand. The places where you regularly stumble or get the lowest grades. Work specifically on what's tripping you up. It's not fun, but that's where you grow. If there's a biochemistry topic you can't grasp, keep digging until you do. Want to go further? Try horizontal learning. Look for links between similar themes and related subjects. The brain loves connections. The broader the context, the easier it is to catch the bigger picture. Quit making endless notes nobody reads. If your notes look like a 5-volume novel, you're just burning time. Write down only the key points, diagrams, and terms. Question-answer format is 10 times more effective. If you can't sum up the core idea in 10 seconds, you don't really get it yet. Apply the Feynman Technique. It's simple. If you can't explain something clearly, you don't truly understand it. Try explaining a tough topic in plain words, like you're telling a friend. If you stumble, it's time to dig deeper. Double check and fix your mistakes. A separate notebook or a section in Notion for your errors is your best friend. Every time you mess up, jot it down. Why? Because revisiting your mistakes before an exam is way more effective than rehashing what you already know. Too lazy for Notion? Fine. Use your phone's notes. Don't be someone who repeatedly steps on the same rake. Review your slip-ups and avoid them next time. It's simple, it's super effective, and hardly anyone does it. The 80/20th principle. Yes, that same 20% of effort yields 80% of results principle. When time is short, don't be the fool who reads every page of the textbook. Focus on what really matters. Topics that frequently come up on exams. Sections your instructor emphasizes. Questions that appeared in last year's tests. I once had a big exam for a software engineering qualification. Using this focus on the essentials method, I tackled a very tough, comprehensive test. All I did was dig into the core topics of each subject. No rote memorization. I learned just the key material. Be honest with yourself. If I only had 2 hours to prep, what would I study first? Then study exactly that. Why overload your brain with details when 80% of your grade comes from 20% of the material? You've got all the strategies to speed up your learning and stop wasting weekends flipping through textbooks. If you don't plan to use these tips, you can shut this video down now and keep suffering. But if you want to stop being average and join the best, start taking action. Now get out there and study, or keep complaining you just can't do it. It's your call.